What it do, wrestling world? It's your boy, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. And tonight, I'm coming at you all with a Smackdown and AEW Rampage review. Now, most of you know I've been away due to Hurricane Ida. Right now, I'm back in New Orleans. I'm at a remote location that has internet. So I'm able to come to you live right now. And as you see, people, I have a surprise guest popping up, sneaking his way in here. You know, he just can't leave me alone. They gotta come in and do this, but I'm gonna bring him in anyway. Bring him in. I want to bring in my guest for today, out of nowhere, Tantilizing Tony. Tony, how you doing?
Get straight. First of all, I'm here with NYPD, and how dare you do a show while I'm in NYC and you over there doing your thing. Now, I know you had some problem with the Gulf Coast. Thank you guys for all you do. Thank you. And we appreciate you. I'm glad you got some electricity. I'm glad you got some internet back. But I'm in New York City. Doing what I'm supposed to be doing, styling and profiling, here with the producer, right?
Hey, Kira.
And the ravishing one, Richie.
What's up, Richie?
The Redeemer. I got my own personal entourage walking down 42nd Street. Now, before you get on with the show, let's get one thing straight. Yeah, we know it's called Over the Top Rope, but you can't have Over the Top Rope unless you're tantalized. And wait a minute, here we go. We have some fans that just came from the arena. We are live on YouTube. Talk to my people, bro. Talk to my people, bro. Talk to my people, bro. What? 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 Yes? Uh-oh.
This is a title.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Old school like me.
You found a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan, I see.
You definitely old school, but before you go, my brother, have you ever seen a title with the guy's face on it like me? That's how we do. Respect to you, my brother. Good day, greeting. What? So that's how we do where I'm from. Now, Jared, get on with the show. Like I said, we're in New York City, and the ladies are walking through. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today? Good to see you.
Sir.
Nice and voluptuous.
Well, sir, I was just doing a little Smackdown on AEW review, you know, like you do. And the plan is for Over the Top Rope to come back next Saturday. That's the plan. But you was at Smackdown. Since you're on my show today, you're my guest. How was it inside Madison Square Garden? Let's start off with that, since you were there.
Listen, bro, my brother, my good brother. First of all, Jared, I love you. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad everybody on the Gulf Coast had their problems, that had problems doing better. We love you all. We pray for you. Thank you. I thank God you're all okay. But now let's get to wrestling. I have not been to the Garden, this is no lie, in at least 10 years. At least, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's live on YouTube. You are beautiful. Hello, young lady. I'm coming with you. Anyway, like I was saying, the Garden was electric. It was one of the best crowds I've seen in a long time, bro. It was nuts. It didn't matter what match was going on, even though it was great. You had the opening stuff with Lesnar. You had Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. You had Seth versus Edge, which was a classic match. But the main important thing, of course, head of the tables there. The crowd was off the chain. Being that tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of the day that the towers went down, the crowd had a special feel. And let me tell you, man, I got to tell you that I was honored to be with Kira. I was honored to be with my boy Richie. We represented MVS. We represented Mania Club. It's what we do. Jared, talk about it, brother.
Definitely, brother. Definitely. I'm glad you chimed in, man. I want you to stay safe while you're out there.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here and let you finish the show, bro. I just want to tell you, my brother, I love you. Everybody watching, we love you. Thank you for supporting us.
Jared, too.
Yes, much love to Jared James, the only Mr. Steal Your Dibs.
Right now,
before I go, let me show you what my view is. Right now, we on 42nd Street. We on the Mecca. They got the good stuff. They got the.
We got Lord. We live with it, gang shit, you heard?
You see that? It's legal. It's legal in New York.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Let me tell y'all. It's crazy out here. It's electric. Like I said, look at the crowd. People out here selling stuff. We got little beanie babies. We got guys walking. We got portraits. You know, we got people walking forward. We got people walking backwards. We got women. We got men. We got guys. What's up, man? You got a vest on. But let me tell you, it's all about the love. It's all about NYPD. The NYPD guys right there doing their thing. We appreciate you guys. One more time. Thanks for all you do. I'm not BSing you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. All right? So, Jared, get back to the show. I love you, my brother. Now, tell the people one more time. Tell them one more time.
And, Tantilizing Tony?
Yeah.
My brother from another?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? My brother from another?
It's loud. I'm in New York City. It's loud, bro. It's loud here. People say,
Yes,
who's this guy
indeed.
with the title? Who's this guy with the...
That's Tantilizing Tony
Am I the
with
best?
the belt.
He's the best. You the best. He's the best. You the fucking best.
I'm the fucking best. See that? Thank you. See that? See? My man.
Yes,
my
indeed.
man. Yeah. Man. Gold dust, baby. That's gold dust.
Oh my goodness.
God. Anyway, bro, get on with the show. I love you, bro. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, man.
Silver man.
Yo, what's WWE thing?
We beat everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Superman, see the universal belt? See that? See, whoever got the universal belt, I will come in WWE and kick your ass. You punk? Yeah, what? Yo, you see this?
Superman, you can be sitting there doing that robotic stuff. Roman gonna scare the hell out you, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
We gotta go. Oh my God. So you see what's going on here, bro? It's crazy.
Yeah. Be safe, bro.
I love you.
I'm a man. Tantilizing Tony had to chime in. You know, he gotta be seen, everybody. He gotta be seen. Anyway, let's get to Smackdown. Let's start that off right quick. And I think the intro to Smackdown was wonderful. It was magic. Start the show off with the bloodline and Roman. You're back in Madison Square Garden for the first time in 2 years. Start off with your big time superstar. It started off the correct way. And I'm telling you, I did not expect to see Brock until later on in the show. But bam, you bring Brock right out. Crowd is hot. The crowd is hyped. It's perfect timing to bring Brock out. Perfect. What I didn't expect was Brock to grab the mic and talk. That's what I didn't expect. And to sit there and ask Paul Heyman, why didn't you tell Roman that I was at SummerSlam? Now things are starting to brew. Did Paul Heyman really know? Did he not know? We don't know. But I was kind of confused because Roman got upset when Brock said that and he left the ring. I was kind of confused once Paul Heyman grabbed the mic and started doing the old promo that he did with Brock. Brock Lesnar. He did that, had a laugh and a hug with Brock. But then Brock grabbed the mic and tells Paul, I want you to accept my challenge. And Paul was like, what challenge? And Brock tells Paul he wants to challenge Roman for the Universal Championship. And he said, I'm going to give you the 5 to answer. Paul never answered. And Brock put Paul on his back, but Roman saved him. Went in the ring, attacked Brock with the Usos, and got Paul out of there. So later on, within the show, you know, and it's still perfect timing, Roman asked Paul, why didn't you tell me? Paul was speechless. And it was just fire to have Roman and Brock, even though I don't care to see Roman and Brock again, but man, Madison Square Garden, 20 years since 9/11, I think it was the right thing to do. And I was so into it. It grasped my attention just like that. But we'll get back into Roman and the Usos in a little bit. But let's talk about another surprise that I did not see coming. And to me, This was perfect booking. This was so perfect. I mean, it's really, how can you explain it? It's a 5-on-5 match, and Sami Zayn talks about how he loves New York and has a special guest with him. And who does he bring out? The most hated man in New York City, Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks. Madison Square Garden went crazy with boos. That is the most hated man. If you didn't watch the NBA playoffs, they had fans in there talking trash to him, cussing him out. F Trae Young, F Trae Young. Fans spitting on him. That's the most hated man in New York City. And he played a heel role tonight. Perfect booking. He grabbed Rey Mysterio by the head and was choking him. I couldn't believe this. I didn't think they would get him involved. I thought he'd be out there cheering Sami Zayn on to a victory or something. He got involved in the match. And, telling the ref, like, you serious? You serious? This is perfect booking. I mean, they had to have thought of this idea months in advance to get Trae Young to come to Madison Square Garden for Smackdown. It was perfect booking. Because that 5-on-5 match, when it first started, I was like, oh, okay, might be a good match. Give it a chance and see what happens. But, man, it turned out to be a good match, and it was even better with Trae Young doing what he was doing, getting involved. That was perfect booking. I like to see more of that. I like to see Trae Young come back to New York sometime in the near future when he's in the offseason. That was perfect booking. Props to the creative writing team. Props to whoever thought of that idea. That was perfect. That to me was just unbelievable. Now, moving on. Bianca and Becky. And are these contract signings starting to get old with everybody? We're seeing contract signings almost every week on SmackDown, and the majority of them involves Bianca Belair. The majority. I mean, she had it with Sasha, she had it with Bayley, now she got it with Becky. She's having a contract signing almost every freaking time she's in a title match. But the heel role that Becky is playing, I don't know if people are grasping to it yet. It just seems kind of a work in progress still. Like, it's just not working yet. But will it work? I don't know. I'm giving it a shot. But I want to see some action between Bianca and Becky. We haven't seen no action between Bianca and Becky since SummerSlam. Give us something. Give us something. Yes, you're building a match up with the promos. Correct. Becky threw the contract in Bianca's face and she caught it. Okay. Let's see something. Let's see something next week. Bianca gives Becky the KOD, the kiss of death, and stands over with the belt. Give us some type of action. We didn't get any action at all with the contract signing today. We got it with Sasha and Bianca before SummerSlam. Give us something. Give us something. Make this match worth our while. And give Bianca the belt back. That's the best thing. Edge versus Seth. My opinion, if I was writing this show today, I would have made it the main event match. Maybe. And then have Roman come out and say what he said. We'll get to that later. But I had no problem with it. The Edge and Seth match, these two guys, their chemistry with one another is second to none. And I don't want this feud to end the way it looks. Edge is going to be off of TV for a little while. But the feud with him and Seth has to go on a little bit longer eventually whenever he comes back. They got to start it up again. It's been wonderful. The match at SummerSlam was the best. Tonight, I think we all pretty much figured Seth would win, and with him winning, the feud has to continue. But the chemistry and the story they tell in the ring, it's marvelous. It's marvelous. It's to me the best story being told next to Roman. Plain and simple. And for Seth to act like he had no care in the world of what he did to Edge, Hey, more props to him. But that match there, that was one of the best SmackDown matches I've seen quite some time, to be honest with you, because they tell a wonderful story in the ring, and today implementing each other's move on one another. Seth using Edge moves, Edge using Seth moves. So this story and this feud has to continue when Edge comes back. This is not over with, and I don't want it to be over with because it's wonderful. It's wonderful. This has to continue, but that was the match of the night, hands down. Edge versus Seth, and I can't wait to see these guys go at it again. The Usos and the Street Profits. I love it when they are in the ring with one another. They bring out the best in each other. And to me, the Usos haven't had that type of competition since New Day. Yeah, since the New Day feud. So having these athletes go up against one another brings out the best in one another in both teams. And I wasn't mad that Roman interfered, because now pretty much you still have to do these guys once again. You got to do this match sometime down the line. You might even do it at Extreme Rules again. So both teams still look strong, especially the Street Profits looking strong because they almost got the win, but Roman interfered. So keep that feud going also. Build that up a little bit more. Extreme Rules, you can make it whatever. Like an Extreme Rule match, a chairs match, steel cage match, ladder match, whatever. It's Extreme Rules. Do something with the Usos and the Street Profits to get them to bring out the best of one another. But they do it every time they have a match. That was another great match. That was actually the main event match. Ended in the DQ with Roman. I have no problem with it. Keep the feud going. But as we get now to the end of it, we saw the return of the Demon after Roman Reigns says he accepts Brock's challenge after he gets done dealing with Finn Balor. And I've heard rumors that the Demon was going to return to face Roman. I didn't believe it. Didn't want to believe the dirt sheets. But the Demon did return. And you know the Demon doesn't really lose in any match that he's in. So now, if people know that the Demon doesn't really lose, a question mark needs to go in your head if he will defeat Roman at Extreme Rules as the Demon. I'm glad the Demon is back. Perfect time to bring him back. Other than they should have brought him back when he faced Karrion Kross the second time. Karrion Kross versus the Demon was the perfect matchup to make. They didn't make it, but they're going to do it now against Roman. We'll see what happens, but I thought it was perfect timing also to do it now. But let's see if the Demon actually can be the one to defeat Roman. But to me, overall, SmackDown was a great show. I wish they would have had 4 matches instead of 3. But other than that, great show all in all. Now, AEW Rampage. I'm really trying to figure out with the Rampage show, why are they putting main event matches first instead of the other matches that they have in the main event, like tonight, Brian Pillman versus Max Caster. But my thinking is they're doing that to catch the SmackDown audience right away. That's the only thing I can think of. Is it a smart strategy? I think it's a smart strategy. I really think it is. You know, SmackDown audience turn to Rampage. Whoa, Andre versus Pat, first match. Oh man, put the remote down. Boy, these two of the best in the world going at it. So I think it's a smart strategy. And then also you're giving your younger talent a chance to main event a show, which is pretty cool, which doesn't usually happen. And it probably wouldn't happen if SmackDown wasn't before Rampage. But all in all, cool deal. You start off with two of the best in the world, and my goodness, I want to see those two guys go at it again. And I'm talking about Andrade versus Pac. I want to see it again. Andrade gets the win thanks to Chavo, but he knocks out Chavo after the match. But man, all the skills that they displayed in that match, man, the acrobatic stuff, oh my gosh. It was wonderful to watch. The story that they told in the ring was wonderful. And people were wanting this match for quite some time now. We finally got it tonight. A great match between Pac and Andrade. And look, I want to see these guys be champions in AEW. I want Pac to be champion. I think Pac may not ever be AEW world champion, but TNT champion? Hell yeah. Same for Andrade. But I can see Andrade being world champion one day. Hell yeah. But, I mean, it was a wonderful match. Now, the 3-on-3 women's match, this is Britt Baker's division. And I think it's going to be Britt Baker's division for a very, 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 very long time. I'm saying for about a year. And AEW still needs to develop more women wrestlers into being stars. Right now, Britt and Chris Statlander is going to be in the feud. They're going to have a match at the next pay-per-view. And Chris Statlander is another up-and-coming. They went and got Ruby Soho from WWE. That's another big star name. So they still building. Women's division is getting better, but they need to ride the coattail of Britt Baker. But that was another great match. You know, Riho in the match, the smallest female wrestler probably in the world, but she's wonderful at what she does. She is a great athlete. Chris Statlander, I was impressed the first time I saw her about a year ago before she tore her ACL. And then we all know about Ruby. Another great in-ring performer. And Jamie Hayter, the first time I saw her, I was impressed. Not gonna lie. And you have Rebel. Great match. I think we all knew Ruby would get the pin because she's new, just being introduced to AEW. So the right thing, make the new person look strong, build her up, and eventually she's gonna have a feud with Britt Baker. So that was a good match. I was very impressed with the women's match tonight. And then Max Caster with Anthony Bowens against Brian Pillman Jr., giving the young guys a chance to main event the show tonight. And they put on a good show. They put on a great show. So I have to give them credit. So tonight was just a great night to be a wrestling fan. Pretty much every Friday, because SmackDown's a great show, and AEW is putting out great product also. And AEW is getting better and better with the product they're putting out on TV. So tonight was a great night to be a wrestling fan. Totally enjoyed all 3 hours of it. Sat there on the sofa and watched everything. So SmackDown was great. AEW Rampage was great. So totally enjoyed it. And that's my review for today. Everybody that's watching, glad you watched. Glad you tuned in. Click that subscribe button. Going to give you guys more and more content. Also, you saw my co-host from Over the Top Rope, Tantilizing Tony, chime in. And we're going to be back doing the show come next Saturday. We will be doing a show now, but I had to evacuate. I hadn't seen a wrestling program match in 2 weeks since I evacuated. Today, watching SmackDown and Rampage was my first time getting to see it. So I'm back home in New Orleans. I'll be doing my show from a remote location for now until I get internet back in my place. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.